children rather than stay here and raise his own is sicker than a rabbit. And Crystal kept saying, what a fool nigga Bo Willie was. Wasn't he going up and down sounds talking about how the child wasn't his? Wasn't some no-count bastards? He kept saying any old police could come and lock him up because when the results came, everybody would know that Crystal was a no-good lying whore. And this was after she'd been with him since she was 14. Bo Willie came back from the war crazy as hell. He tried to get veterans benefits to go back to school, but they kept putting him in those remedial classes because Bo Willie couldn't read worth a damn. So he cussed the teachers out and bought himself a gypsy cab. And he was driving around, but the cab kept breaking down, and the cops kept fucking with him, and he wasn't making no money off that shit. Then Crystal went and got pregnant again. Bo Willie almost beat her to death when he found out. She still got the scar underneath her right tit where he cut her up. But Crystal still went on right and had that baby. So now, Bo Willie has 2 kids. A little girl, Naomi Kenya, and a boy, Kwame Bo Willie Brown. So now, how did he get himself into this mess? Somebody told Crystal that Bo Willie was spending all his money on this bartending bitch down at the Merry-Go-Round Cafe. So now Bo Willie sitting in the hotel room, wrapped in white sheets, looking like John the Baptist, or a baby with stubble and nuts. He had to figure out a way to get Crystal back. Crystal had went and got a court order saying Bo Willie Brown had no access to his children, and if he showed his face, he was subject to arrest. Shit, she'd been in his ass to marry him since she was 14. Now she's 22, and he said he'll marry her, and she's gonna throw him out? She started laughing. What you gonna marry me for now? So I can support your ass, or come sit with you when they lock you up in jail? Cause they gonna come for you, goddamn lunatic. They gonna come, and I ain't gonna have nothing to do with that shit. I wouldn't marry a pitiful black ass for nothing. And she went on to bed. He just wanted to marry her and make things right. But the bitch was crazy. Bo Willie sat in his hotel room, drinking coffee and wine in the heat of the day, spilling shit on himself, talking about how he was going to get Crystal to take him back. Yep. So he got all dressed up in his checkered pants and his ivory shirt, and he made his way over to Crystal's apartment. He knocked on Crystal's door. There was no response. He banged on Crystal's door. Naomi and Crystal started crying. Bo Willie got to yelling about how he just wanted to marry her, and was she always gonna be a whore, or did she want a husband? And Crystal just kept saying, just leave us alone! Just leave us alone! So Bo Willie broke down the door. So, picked up Kwame off the floor and held Naomi by her shoulder. Bo Willie Brown, nigga, you better get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you know when all the police is gonna come for your ass? You better get the fuck out. You want your kids to see you act a fool again, Bo Willie? Get your ass out of here! Bo Willie reached for Naomi. Crystal jumped back and stared at him like he was a leper or something. Motherfucker, if you touch my kids, I swear I'll kill you. Woo. Bo Willie jumped back all humble and apologetic. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt him. I just want to hold him and be on my way. I just wanted to marry you and give you things. What you gonna give, a black eye, another broken jaw, Bo Willie? Get your ass out of here! Bo Willie ignored her outburst, and he motioned for his little daughter Naomi again. Naomi smiled up at her daddy. And Crystal, who could feel Naomi giving in, grabbed her. But Naomi counted fingers and toes and played with the ribbons in her hair. And every once in a while, he'd look up at Crystal and say, "See, Crystal, I can be a good father. Now let me see my son." Crystal stood there like a statue. So Bo Willie coaxed her and coaxed her, told her what a hot little thing she still was. Didn't she get right back up after that fight they had and go right to work? Crystal, who stood there, watched Bo Willie with the daughter and felt the warmth in her heart coming once again. Bo Willie kept on oozing kindness, and Crystal, who had known so little, gave Kwame to Bo Willie. As soon as the child left her hand, Bo Willie jumped up, hooting and hollering. "All right, bitch! Now you gonna marry me! You gonna marry me! I ain't never gonna marry you, Bo Willie! Never! My kids is all I got! You gonna give me back my kid! You gonna be under the jail for this, Bo Willie! I swear!" Bo Willie kicked the screen out the window and held the kids over there. "You gonna marry me?" "Yeah, I'll marry you. Anything. Just bring the kids back inside." Bo Willie looked at all the neighbors, screaming up at him from the 5th story. And he started sweating again. "Say to all the neighbors, you're gonna marry me!" I stood by Bo Willie in the window with Naomi reaching for me and Kwame screaming, "Money! Money!" And all I could do was whisper,